Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about some of the medically important alkaloids. I have a list here. Quinine. Quinine is anti-malarial. Respirine. It's for hypertension. If somebody have a high BP, in that cases respirine is used, and it is also used in mental disorder. Morphine is analgesic, we can say pain relieving. Codeine, this is also modification of the morphine drug only. It's a painkiller and cough repressant. Then comes the atropine. It is used in the dilation of pupil. So atropine we have already discussed in detail. So let's discuss the remaining. So this is the structure of quinine. It's a quinoline based drug. These two rings fused together, a benzene ring and a this is the heterocyclic compound quinoline, and this drug is based on this. So when we were studying the classification, that time we have studied quinoline drugs. So quinine is one of the quinoline drugs. This is the structure. Next is our reserpine structure. If you could see, this is the structure of indole. In the heterocyclic compounds, you must have studied indole. So this is the structure of indole. So this drug is basically based on indole category. And here we have morphine. And if we replace this hydrogen by a methyl group, then we get the structure of codeine. And last is atropine. So atropine we have already discussed. Now if we go to the detail for quinine, this is the structural formula. Its molecular formula becomes C20H24N2O2. This I have already told you. This is the structure of quinoline. It's a quinoline alkaloid. So if we study the properties, it is white crystalline quinoline alkaloid. It's a basic compound. Presence of these nitrogens make it a basic compound. It is isolated from cinchona bark. Cinchona is called dalchini in Hindi. So it is isolated from the cinchona bar, and during this corona time, you must have heard or read somewhere that consumption of cinchona is better for your immunity. So this was used in World War II on a very large scale as an anti-malarial drug. It was a very big discovery of that time. So quinine is used as an anti-malarial drug. It's extremely bitter in taste, and along with anti-malarial properties, it has antipyretic, anti-analgesic and anti-inflammatory properties. So along with the treatment of falciparum malaria, it is also used to treat nocturnal leg cramps and arthritis. Okay, so cinchona is also suggested to be consumed by elder people because they are more prone to arthritis. That's why it is suggested. So 3 things it is used in treatment: falciparum malaria, nocturnal leg cramps and arthritis. So this I have already told you. It's a basic compound, and it is also available in the salts form: sulfates, hydrochloride, gluconate. Side effects are nausea, vomiting, synchronism, and in some patients pulmonary edema. Okay, nausea and vomiting, you understand. Synchronism is it's it's a ringing sensation in the ears, or sometimes some patients have temporary deafness. They have a deafness for some time and it subsides. So that is synchronism. And pulmonary edema is sometimes some kind of fluid gets accumulated in the lungs, and the patients have difficulty in breathing. So that is pulmonary edema. So these are the side effects of um, quinine. It may also cause paralysis if accidentally injected in the nerve. So that is also a very risky thing. That's it for the quinine. Let's move on to morphine and codeine. Okay, so this is the journal structure for morphine and codeine. If this R is a hydrogen, then it's a morphine. If this R is a methyl group, then it's codeine. Okay, so first of all, morphine will have a molecular formula of C17H19NO2. It's a habit forming class A analgesic drug. So it's a painkiller, but it's habit forming. It's obtained from opium. Both the things, morphine and codeine, both are obtained from opium. आपके ओपियम से मिलते हैं ये. And it acts on the central nervous system. ये आपके central nervous system पे act करता है, and it subsides the pain. How? It will numb your brain in such a way that it will not feel the pain. So ये आपकी फील जो पेन जो फील होता है उस चीज़ को it relieves. It is acting on your nervous system, and it is mainly used in the treatment of post surgical pain or chronic pain. जब बहुत ज़्यादा पेन जहाँ होता है, in treatment of that only. It is also used as an adjunct with anesthesia. Anesthesia में भी कुछ amount morphine का mix किया जाता है. And antitussive for severe cough. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा कफ की किसी को प्रॉब्लम है, in that case also it is used. Side effects can be impairment of mental performance. It affects the mental performance of the patients. Euphoria, बहुत मतलब मॉर्फिन के कंजम्पशन के बाद आपको बहुत अच्छा, बहुत खुशी जैसा फील होता है. ड्राउजीनेस, लॉस्ट ऑफ एपेटाइट, लेथार्जी, ब्लरी विजन. ओके, भूख नहीं लगेगी, नींद आएगी, लेथार्जिक, यू विल नॉट फील लाइक डूइंग एनीथिंग, मतलब लेजी सा फील होगा. ब्लरी विजन, आपका विजन ब्लरी हो जाएगा. सो दीज आर द साइड इफेक्ट्स. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू कोडेइन. कोडेइन में only there is a difference of H and CH3 between morphine and codeine. So the formula becomes C18H21NO3. Okay. So codeine is also a opiate. Opiate means something that is obtained from opium. Okay. So codeine is also obtained from opium. It is also used to treat pain, coughing, as well as diarrhea. Three things it is used in the treatment. It is used to treat mild to moderate degree of pain. Like if you have very strong pain, you should be using morphine. If you have a very mild to moderate degree of pain, then codeine is used. The reason the codeine is used in the mild or moderate degree of pain is because the way codeine works is when it reaches the liver, it breaks down and converts into morphine. कोडेन morphine में convert हो जाता है and then it acts. तो some depending upon the body of the patient, how it works, codeine will take its time. For example, in some patient it can take 2 hours to break into morphine, किसी के में 3 hours. So depending upon the body of the patient. So that's why it is typically used to treat mild to moderate degree of pain. Okay, and it is more beneficial when used with paracetamol, acetaminophen, acetaminophen, or या फिर NSAID drugs, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin or ibuprofen. सो कोडेन को इनके कॉम्बिनेशन में लेने में ज़्यादा बेनिफिट मिलता है. साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स कैन बी वॉमिटिंग, कॉन्स्टिपेशन, इचीनेस, लाइट हेडेडनेस, ड्राउजीनेस. Serious side effects may include difficulty in breathing, and it is also addictive. So, just like morphine, it is also habit forming. And this I have already told you, codeine works following being broken down by the liver into morphine. तो कोडेन बेसिकली मॉर्फिन में कन्वर्ट होती है आपकी बॉडी में, देन इट एक्ट्स. सो दैट्स इट फॉर morphine and codeine.